Hello, good day, and welcome to the Little Farmer's Farm with me, Guru Mafinda, or Tony. On today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at some seed selections that we're planning on sowing for next year's crops. Also on today's episode, we're going to be taking a bit of a look at what progress we've made on the garlic and potentially the onions that we planted last week, and doing a bit of bed clearing and general pottering about. So yeah, check it out. Hope you enjoy it. Especially the potatoes. I've got a massive selection of potatoes that we're choosing from for next year's plantings, and also selected a couple of onion varieties and shallots, also for use next year. So yeah, check them out. Okay, catch you in a bit. Bye. Now, our allotment society, excuse me. The shop is a useful resource, and we've just had these order forms through for next year's orders of potatoes and alliums, which I've just completed now, and I'll show you what I've selected. So it's divided up, the order form, into 5 pages, and there's a variety of selection to choose from there, as you can see, all the way from Abbott, Accord, Aaron Pilot, Casablanca. This is the first early page, this one. So as you can see, the first early is there. There's a selection of probably about 20 different varieties you can choose from. I've actually selected 3 varieties for the first earlies. And the ones that I'm going for, and the 2 that I've picked first of all, the Red Duke of York and the Ulster Prince. And because we've had such good success with those 2 varieties over the last 3 years, I'm going to stick with those, but introduce another contender in the form of Pentland Javelin there. And you can see there from the prices, you can order really anything up to 25 kilograms, and probably more. You could order multiples of the 25 kilogram sacks. I mean, that's probably about 56, probably about 57, 58 pounds, something like that. It's a lot. Now, I suppose if you had a decent sized small holding or a small farm, where you could sort of donate, I mean, you could probably fill 1/8 of an acre maybe with that. If you have the land to do it, then you've got plenty of spuds to choose from there, and yeah, so if you get 1 to 4 sacks, it's only 25. It's only £20, 25p for 25 kilograms. So obviously, the more you order, the more you save on your multiple buying. I'm just trialing these Pentland Javelin now, so I've ordered 1 kilogram. Oh, sorry, 2.5 kilograms you get for that price if you are ordering 1 to 19 packs. So I'm ordering 1 pack at £2.78 there, so it comes to £2.78 in total cost, because I'm getting 2 of the Red Duke of York and 2 of the Ulster Prince. Obviously, you're doubling up on your cost there. You're getting double the amount, and you can tally it up that way. I'm doing a salad as well, a salad variety, Charlotte. I've never grown Charlotte before, but a couple of the guys down here have, and I've had Charlotte many a time. They're nice, and on here they're pretty cheap. In fact, they are the second cheapest to purchase. So again, I'm getting 2.5 kilograms of those for £2.99, but I'm getting 2 of those, so altogether I'm getting 5 kilograms for £5.98, giving us a grand spud total of £21.18. That's on the first earlies and the salads. Now, I'm not getting any second earlies or any Albert Bartlett stroke McCain exclusives. Can't be bothered with that. But you can see that you have got a selection there that you can choose from, all the way from Bonnie, British Queen, Callingford, Estima, Jemson, Kestrel, Marfona, Maris Pier, Nadine, whatever that is, Saxon, Spunter, Wilger, and your Albert Bartlett's there. Rooster I've had before. You get them in the shops, and Vivaldi. but I'm not getting any of those. I'm getting a main crop or two different varieties of main crop. Again, this year and last year, the Maris Piper did exceptionally well. The year before last, the Sarpo Mira did exceptionally well, but not this year. But I am going to give the Sarpo Mira a second chance, even though it's £3.22 for 2 kilograms, not 2.5 there, Notes. I hadn't spotted that, actually. You're actually getting less for more. They better be worth it. I am going to try them again, though, see how they get on. That totals up at £9 for those two, because I'm getting 5 kilograms of the Maris Piper, because that was that on aggregate is the best producer, and decent taste, decent flavour, decent texture, keeps quite well. And we're trying again with the Sarpo Mira. On to our alliums. The selections I have made. I've not got any garlic from them this time, because I'm hoping to have garlic that I can plant up again next year from the garlic that we're growing this year. So I'm not bothering with that. We should have plenty of cloves to plant in at that stage when we need to plant them in next year. If not, I'll just go to the shop. Red Baron, which is a red onion, sort of medium-sized red onion, £1.76 there for 500 grams. That equates to quite a few onions, though, to be honest with you. It equates to probably about 60 onions, that, so £1.76 there. Again, the Stuttgarter, which is a reasonably large-ish, hopefully, sized onion, a white onion, £1.76 there. Got one of them. Golden Gourmet on the shallot side and Red Sun. I'm having a trial with both of those. I'm only getting 250 gram packs, but yeah, I'm going to give those a whirl. A red variety and a white variety of those. And that's £5.94. So totaling up everything. I mean, you can buy potato fertiliser, copper mixture to help with the blight, and potato planting bags. Not 100% sure what that is. A potato planting bag. I wasn't pointing at it right for you there, was I? Yeah, potato fertilisers, copper mixture, potato planting bags. You can buy those, but I'm not bothering. And so you tally up your totals from all of your pages. And I've selected 3 of the pages. And there's the total, the grand total. So total to pay is that, because I've not paid a deposit. I think I've filled that out correctly, Ken, but we'll see. If we need to do any corrections, then we will do. Right, so we're up in the timber framed clear twin wall 4mm polycarbonate greenhouse up at the top. I've cleared out that bed. That's completely clear, apart from that weed there, strangely, in readiness for further plantings. I've just got to clear out this side now. Now I've already taken out the Corno de Toro pepper that was in there. I'll show you the peppers I've got from that. They're still green. Didn't get a chance to ripen up fully. You can see they're nice size. A lot of them, this is about half of what was on the plant, and a lot of them had little boreholes at the top, and some critter had got inside them. These are all fine, but we had some issues there with some beast. Been taking some more of the green beans as well, the climbing French beans, cobra. Anyway, the Apache chili peppers have come to the end of it, and I'm going to get them out now. Now I'm just going to snip them at the base. Misplaced my secateurs, I don't know where they've gone, but these will do just as fine, won't they? And snip them at the bottom, and then just lift them out, and we'll de-pepper those. Leave them there for a sec. Got some more bottles there I can hang up on my bottle storage towers. And just snip these out get them out the way. You can probably see from that there were more of the green peppers, the immature ones, than there were of the reds. But I've just made the mistake of eating a small one of these green Apache peppers, and now my nose is running and my mouth is numb, and I feel like I want to cry. I'm not a very good pepper eater, me, hot peppers. Anything too spicy and it's no good for me. But yeah, that was the fourth and final picking of the chili peppers from those two plants. The first one was something similar to that, but the second and third pickings were at least twice, maybe on the third picking 3 times as many peppers as that, all red ones. And anyway, that was the final batch there that you saw. Well, as I say, we're not really chili pepper fans. More sweet peppers and bell peppers and things like that. Bit soft in that regard, really. Not really got a spicy tongue. But at least the beds are now clear for further plantings. It's all cleared out now. I even got rid of that weed, that wayward weed. I'm just going to show you some of the seeds that I've got that we're going to be starting early next year. We're just selecting seeds at this time of the year now on different varieties. Standard varieties that we always use, but also different varieties that we want to maybe experiment with. So I've just got a few seeds there. I'll just talk you through them. Yeah, so carrot-wise, I've got the Nance 3, which we did in the buckets in the tape. Still got some more of that left. Probably got about 300 carrots worth left, or seeds worth, that we're going to be starting off in March. French breakfast 3 radish. We've got there. I've got another carrot somewhere. There we are. There's some more. Nazareth F1. Nazareth. Never grown them ones before, but we'll see how we get on with them, because they're supposed to be a good size and length and girth, those. And they're to be started off in April. So we'll be starting these ones first, the Nance 3, and then into April with those, and continuing on with those. And we'll probably get our last sowing in beginning of August rather than July. We're going to be getting them done inside. The majority of the carrots will be done either in the polytunnel or one of the greenhouses. So there's the French breakfast 3 radishes. Pak choy. Now this is the red choy. I never had any luck with that last year, but this is from a different seed supplier, this one. This is from King's. I think the last time it was, I won't say who it was from, but we didn't get much joy out of them. But yeah, they're a sort of red veined pak choy, which we're going to be trying. We love pak choy. It's great. And we'll be starting off in April inside the polytunnel. These ones, sweet corn, incredible F1. This year we had disappointment because we got the mini pop by mistake, really, and they produce really nice plants, but not any decent corns. You're supposed to take them, I think, when they're immature, the corns, but we didn't. We left them to go on. There's some kale there, which we've started some of that kale already. We've got that in the ground, and it's coming along nicely. Again, I'm going to trial growing kale, in buckets inside the greenhouse this year and see how we get on with that. Just going to trial about 4 kale plants. Another brassica there, the cauliflower all year round, Mr. Fothergill's. This one's from Wilco. We're going to be starting to sow that in January, actually, inside. That's another one we're going to be sowing a bit later on, which is it's a purpley coloured one, as you can see there. De Sicilia Violetto, and never grown that one before, but I like the idea of having your foods of colour. Because of the club root issues that we've had, obviously I'm going to rotate the beds. I'm not going to put the brassicas into the beds where there has been a club root issue. But I've also heard on the side of getting the club root resistant varieties. I'm not sure whether they don't think the all year round is it? No, it doesn't specifically say. But yeah, so there's a cabbage there. Calibro F1 club root resistant. Give that a whirl. another club root resistant is the Monclanto F1, a calabrese or broccoli to the uninitiated that displays the club root resistance. Squashes, I'm going to be doing the Wigan Giant Pumpkin out from our own seeds again, but I'm also going to be doing this one, which is a spaghetti squash. We grew this a couple of years ago and it did really, really well. I just forgot last year to plant any out, so I'm going to be definitely doing those next year. We got about 20 of the squashes, sort of rugby ball, not quite rugby ball, but sort of American football size squashes from each plant, and they were lovely. They were very, very nice in soups, those. There's our mate, Sun Gold, an F1. I can't find a Sun Gold that isn't an F1. Don't know why. I've always done them from little seedling starts that I've got from the garden centre, you know, as already started plants on the Sun Gold. And maybe it's the case that it is an F1. But anyway, there we go. And we're going to get plenty of those in the ground. I'm hoping all 10 of those come to fruition, and we'll be doing like we did this year, where we're taking the snips off. We're taking the sort of what are they called now? The elbow branches that grow on from the main plant, and potting those on like we did this year to create even more plants. Because what I wanted in the end is to have about 20 Sun Gold plants, but there'll be like a succession of them. So these will the first sowings of these are going to be dead early. We're going to get these sown indoors, perhaps at the house in January, and so that they're ready then for back end of February into March to become proper plants, and then we'll get them in the greenhouse then at the end of March into April. Similar story really with these Telegraph improved dark green flavoursome fruits. These were the variety that we grew this year, and we got tons and tons of them. We got loads of them. I think we got about at least 20 good sized sort of like 14-15 inch cucumbers off each plant, and we only had 3 plants. But this next year I'm going to have at least 5 plants growing, because I'm not doing any peppers in here this year. I'm just going to be doing the Sun Gold tomatoes and the Telegraph. I'm going to have loads of them. Now, broad beans, I just thought I'd try these ones. Carmasian. Large crops of compact plants, so they don't grow very tall, those. Apparently they don't go above about 3.5 foot. I was looking online about those. They only grow about 3.5 feet tall. So I'm going to be planting all of those ones in all 45 seeds, and I'm going to be doing them quite successionally through the year, starting in February. I'm going to do February, March and April. So I'll probably be sowing about 16, 17 seeds, 18 seeds, whatever, in each of those months, so that we can get a successional harvest going through the year to the back end of the year, into back end of August and September. Now, obviously we're going to be growing other things, but I just thought I'd show you those. Those are some of the selections that we've chosen for this year. And to be honest with you, the only one I think that I've grown before, in fact the only 2, is the Kale. Which I did grow this year, and it's still growing this year. And the Nance 3. So all the other ones are new to us. So we're trialling them. We have done red pak choi before, but we've not done that particular type of red choi. And the French Breakfast 3, we've not done that one. We've done a cylinder type, but not the French Breakfast 3. So we're giving them a whirl, you know. We'll be showing later on, obviously, when it gets closer to time, all the selections that we're going to be growing in April. Through the months. So we'll be starting off with the January stuff we're going to be seeding, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, into September, all next year. We're going to do, like a lot of people are doing at the moment, they're doing these catch-ups of what they're sowing in that particular month, and we'll be doing the same, but I'm going to pre-plan a lot of it, and then just show you as they come up. Okay. So yeah, keep growing with your head down. I've been Guru Mafinda, you've been fabulous as always, and remember, we love you all. Mwah. I'm working tomorrow, so back into that, carry on. I'm on a phased return to work, so I'm doing 3 days this week, 2 full days and 2 half days. I did 3 half days last week. I'm being phased back into work, so whatever, like. Anyway, I'm going to get my harvest home. We'll take that harvest home and crack on. All right, bye-bye, boys and girls. Love you all. Take care. I almost forgot. I'm going to give you a quick catch-up on the alliums, the onions and the garlic that we planted last week. Now, if you've been keeping up with the show recently, you'll know that we planted in that top end of the potato bed the elephant garlic. We've got 7 cloves of the elephant garlic in there. And in the bottom end of the big potato bed, we've got 25 cloves of the Casablanca, the standard Casablanca garlic that we're growing in there. Now that was planted in only this weekend on the Saturday, which was 3 days ago. So we're not showing any sort of a improvement in growth. However, in the tiki tunnel bed, which were planted in coming up for 13 days ago, the Casablanca, 12 days ago these were planted in actually, we're seeing some action. These were all Casablanca garlics, and if you look at the rows, you can see snouts poking out. You see the snouts poking out, and those are the stems. There's definitely root formation below that as well, coming through. But that's in the space of 12 days. 26th of September they went in. We planted them there. There were 4 rows, I believe, or 4 rows there and 2 rows there. And they're all coming up. Garlic does tend to do that. It tends to sprout and shoot earlier than the onions. If you look at the onions, which I put the cages over, not one of those is coming through as yet. And I wouldn't expect them to do. Maybe in a couple of weeks' time, yeah. But not at this moment in time. Just got to be mindful and careful, really, that the watchful for it. The birds don't come down and start trying to pull those up, because that can happen. The blackbirds like to come down and tinker with the garlic and the onion when it comes up. So I might get something sorted out with further cages. Those cages won't. They're not big enough to cover all that garlic, because I was going to do that. I was going to take the ones off from there and then put them on there, but unfortunately that's not the case at the moment. But we can't do that. They're only 3 foot, and that's a 4 foot bed. So yeah, just thought I'd give you a bit of a catch up on the garlic there. Let us know in the comments below how you're getting on and what you've planted in, alliums wise in particular, and how it's getting on. When you planted it, what variety, that kind of thing. We like to know. We like to share information with everybody, and everybody shares it with us. And then, like Joe says next door, the wise old elf, the more people that do that, the better the gardening community becomes, and the more productive and fruitful it becomes as well. And that's what you want. All organic growers helping each other out to produce great crops that which will provide nutrition for the world. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit.